last year was the year. Last year is the main reason why I'm not going to say expect, but I have confidence that the Kansas City Chiefs can become the first team in the Super Bowl era to three-peat. And I say last year, obviously they won, but I say last year because, and I've said this throughout the offseason, last year was the year to get them. Their offense was sputtering. They led the league in drops by a good margin. Things just weren't going right offensively. Defensively, while their defense was really good, they had holes in certain situations throughout the year. It just let me give you a story. Every fighter will tell you that they want to beat their opponent when they're 100%. Every fighter will ever will tell you that. It's like a sense of pride thing. It's like, hey, I don't want to beat you when you're hurt. I don't want any questions as to who is better. And obviously, somebody being hurt, somebody, not being 100% does leave room for interpretation. Let's just say that. Every fighter will say that they want to beat their opponent when they're 100%. Because it sounds good. And deep down, you want to, if you want to consider yourself the best, you want to beat the best. But the truth of the matter is every fighter wants to win. And if there is an advantage for you to win that is legal, a fighter would love an advantage because at the end of the day, they want to win. Yes, you want to beat someone at 100%, but you wouldn't mind if they're at 75 because that gives you an advantage. Again, it's not glorified to say, but you wouldn't mind getting help to win because you won at the end of the day. Last year, the Kansas City Chiefs was the wounded fighter, was the fighter that if you were going to knock off the Giant, that was the year. Because now look, they're fully healthy. Fully healthy. I know L'Jarius Sneed's not there. And I do think that there were times in the game where the secondary was kind of lost, kind of beat. So I think that that's something to definitely watch moving forward. But there was times when, in fact, a lot of times, a major reason, let's say, that this Kansas City Chiefs team not only won last year, but won Thursday night was because of their defense. I know when you have Patrick Mahomes, it's not going to be talked about a lot, but there is no question that the Kansas City Chiefs have at least a top 5 defense. And you have Steve Spagnuolo, who is known to be an incredible defensive coordinator. With Chris Jones and Bolton and Reed, it's they have a top tier, one of the best defenses in football. Even with losing L'Jarius Sneed, who just put them over the top last year, they still have an incredible. You still have arguably one of the best, if not the best, defender in football in Chris Jones, who wreaked havoc on the newly formed Ravens offensive line. But the defense is retooled. Everyone's healthy. Even though both Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews were pretty much no-shows the whole game, You still have Travis Kelce. Isaiah Pacheco had huge run after huge run. I'm still, the one that comes to mind is when they tackled him, but he never touched the ground because his body fell on the Ravens' opponents. And he got up and ran for another like 10, 15 yards. You had the wide receiver core, Rashid. First of all, it's still crazy that he's even playing right now. But Rashid Rice was going off, as well as Xavier Henry. And you obviously have Patrick Mahomes. Samaje Perine even had a good game. I know it was very limited, but he even had a good game. I said it before and I'll say it again. When you have an opportunity to do something, when you have an opportunity and there is an advantage for you to slay the giant, you want to take that opportunity. Because they're seeing as though they're the giant, they're the ones. It's likely that you may never get that opportunity again. And I'm not saying that the Kansas City Chiefs will just rattle off Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl, but this team, at least after week 1, seemed much better than it did a year ago. And they won the Super Bowl a year ago. Mind you, Hollywood Brown didn't even play. And the score could have been a lot worse if Juju Smith-Schuster, who they re-signed or brought back from the Patriots, if he didn't drop a sure first and goal opportunity catch. Mahomes didn't even have the greatest game. He had a good game, don't get me wrong, 291 passing yards. He had a good game. But yeah. What this game showed me, now obviously barring injury, knock on wood, I hope everyone is healthy. I hope everyone on every team stays healthy. I know that's unrealistic in this sport, but I want health for everyone. But what this game showed me, in the overlining point of it all, is for the Ravens, I think they're going to have a really good season. Very good season. I think if and when they get their offensive line together, that's going to unlock this team because their defense still looks pretty good. Yeah, there were mess ups and there were miscommunications, but again, that's game 1. The Ravens are going to be extremely good. The Chiefs are going to be extremely good. And it's going to take a perfect game to beat this Chiefs team. Because again, the Chiefs won and Travis Kelce ain't do nothing. Hollywood Brown didn't play. And they still won. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.